You know, there's a brand new Star Wars movie coming.
Uh-oh.
Called Star Wars Starfighter. And the cast has turned out to be pretty great. Ryan Gosling, who I think is one of the best movie stars in the world right now. Mia Goth, Matt Smith, and just yesterday, Lantern star Aaron Pierre, 6-time Academy Award nominee Amy Adams, and others, being directed by Sean Levy, who's coming off a string of hits, including his work on Stranger Things, The Atom Project, Free Guy, and of course, Deadpool and Wolverine. Directing it, looks great. It's got an incredible screenwriter, and that's been one of the big weaknesses of Star Wars, has been the screenwriting in certain films. Certain films have been better than others, but they got an incredible screenwriter on it. They've got an incredible cast. They've got a director on a winning streak, and they got a cool concept. Well, IndieWire and others have released this first picture from the set of this movie. Here it is. Why Star Wars likes to put out first set pictures in black and white, I do not know. I don't like that. And it's really not much in terms of what it's giving away. We see Ryan Gosling, and I don't know who the other actor is sitting beside him, a younger kid. I don't think that's a younger version of himself. Looking a little bit like he's got the Scorpion jacket hanging on his shoulder there. A little bit of, what was the name of the film? Drive.
It
was just Drive.
Nicholas
looking a little bit like Drive, but instead of the car, he's leaning against what looks like a speeder.
Dude, if we got a Star Wars movie that's like Drive, count me in.
Oh my God, Drive in the Star Wars universe?
I mean, he is flying. Instead of driving, he's flying, and I could see that happen if that's what they're using as inspiration.
I'll tell you what, look, I've seen some people online, understandable, I understand, kind of upset that, wait a minute, the first behind the scenes reveal isn't even really revealing anything. It's like some just weird kind of not really even on set, rather kind of backstage black and white photo.
But as you say, it's tangibilization.
But it's real, Rob. We haven't had, as of right now, a Star Wars movie on the screen in 6 years, and they're actually shooting this thing. I understand The Mandalorian is already well ahead of it, but I just still consider that to be a glorified
It's a TV movie. It's like a Columbo TV movie. If William Shatner was in it, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Now listen, again, John Favreau is doing it.
Yeah.
And I have all the faith in the world in John Favreau. So although I'm not excited about Mandalorian, I'm still going to go in with hope because it's John Favreau. So let's see what happens. But this is something new and unique and different, with an actual bona fide wonderful director, an actual bona fide wonderful screenwriter, and a legitimately bona fide excellent cast. With the whole concept of moving the story forward, it's taking place 5 years after the events of the horrible Rise of Skywalker. It's going to be filled with new characters and new storylines, promises Sean Levy. And it's moving the story forward instead of backwards, and us tripping across 25 other characters we already know. I mean, Rob, in many ways, this is my Star Wars wet dream. All you got to do is add Steven Spielberg directing it, and it's Gush City. But this is kind of everything I've wanted from a new Star Wars movie. This is it. And look, could it end up being a disaster? Absolutely. I'm not going to be naive and pretend like it may not be awful. It could be the next Rise of Skywalker, but it could be the next Rogue One. And like you said, if it's Drive in the Star Wars universe or whatever, again, I just have a lot of faith in it. So while the picture itself, Rob, is nothing to write home about, it's about what it symbolizes to me. It's actually happening. They're shooting it. And listen, I haven't been this excited for a Star Wars movie. I mean, I was looking forward to Rise of Skywalker, but The Last Jedi had kind of tempered my expectations and stuff like that. I haven't been this excited for a new Star Wars movie since Rogue One. I really haven't. And I'm legitimately stoked about it. I legitimately have high expectations. And here's hoping.
Hey guys, John here. If you're dying for the next batch of Wednesday Season 2 to drop on Netflix, then I'll let you in on a secret. The Wednesday Season 2 official WoCast is already here. Prepare to dive deeper into the mysteries of Wednesday with the ultimate companion video podcast. Join the frightfully funny Caitlin Riley, along with her producer, Thing, as she sits down with the marvelous cast and crew. Together, they'll unravel shocking twists, dissect the dynamics lurking beneath, unearth the deep Addams Family lore, and answer all of your lingering questions that simply refuse to stay buried. Guests include Emma Myers, Joy Sunday, Steve Buscemi, Fred Armiston, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and of course, Jenna Ortega. With 8 delightfully dark episodes to devour, you'll be drawn deeper into the haunting halls of Nevermore Academy than ever before. But be careful, you know where curiosity often leads. The Wednesday Season 2 official WoCast is available now in audio and video on todoom.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you find your podcasts. You've been warned.
Anyway, Rob, you saw the image. What did it elicit for you?
Well, I mean, there's been so many. The road to hell is littered with Star Wars movies that were announced but never got made.
Yeah.
And so I look at something like this and I'm like, look, dude, I've loved Star Wars since I was 10 years old. I want to love Star Wars. And you know, I still have lots of Star Wars merch and spaceships. And you tell me one of the disappointing things with the sequel trilogy was we didn't get new hero spaceships, really. They just went back and used more Macquarie concept X-Wings, but they were still X-Wings. And they had TIE fighters with a second pilot or gun, but they were still TIE fighters. Like 30 years had gone on. I want to see a new hero spaceship. I think that's what I'm most interested in because it's called Starfighter, I'm hoping. Because the design of Star Wars, you know, Empire gave us snow speeders and walkers, AT-ATs and ATSTs. We got twin pod cloud cars. We got new stuff. Jedi gave us TIE interceptors, gave us B-Wings, it gave us A-Wings.
Empire gave us the TIE bombers.
And the TIE bomber. I mean, give me some. They've got to have a new. Ryan Gosling's great, but it's called Starfighter. You got to give me something new and sexy.
Okay.
I mean, I want a centerfold worthy spaceship. Give it to me.
Let me play devil's advocate just for a second, okay? Because I am on board with you. Here's my devil's advocate point of view. The Republic the new Republic had been decimated.
Yes.
5 years after the events of the Rise of Skywalker, it would still be a galactic government pulling itself out of the ashes, rebuilding itself. There may be a narrative argument to make that they would literally still be relying on X-Wings. By the way, who doesn't like seeing the imagery of an X-Wing?
I understand, but those X-Wings are old.
I get it. I'm just saying, story-wise, considering this is a thing trying to rebuild the universe, that there could be a narrative thing of saying, hey, we're still... It's kind of like Ronald D. Moore's Battlestar Galactica, right? They had the new, shiny, sexy Vipers, but they found a narrative way to explain why, no, we need to use the old school Vipers.
Don't get me wrong, because that old school X-Wing is going to come into play with the climax of the movie, just like in Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, that's
We're going to get in the F-14 one more time. Right. It's time for that Tomcat, baby. And then people will all be like, yes. But I want to see a sexy new, it's called Starfighter.
Yep.
I got to get it. I got Ryan Gosling. I got an Academy Award nominee in the cast. I got Aaron Pierre, the new Jon Stewart from the Lanterns. It's all lined up for me. But I need a new Starfighter. Give it to me. And only because I want to build the model. I want the 1/6 scale version. I want something new. And you know what? I expect when I see that trailer, they're going to give it to me.
What do you expect to see from a trailer? Like, because we're obviously still a very, very, very long ways off from getting any kind of a trailer or anything like that. But what would you be expecting?
Do you know what? You know what I want to see? Okay, here's my trailer. Here's my teaser trailer. Here's my teaser trailer. You just see feet on the ground walking, and this
sounds like a Quentin Tarantino movie already.
Yeah, well, then you're walking, and the camera is panning up, panning up, panning up, panning up. And maybe you recognize the outline of Yavin 4, the old rebel base. We've seen it in Andor or whatever, and the sun is coming down, and then it pans up, and you see it's Ryan Gosling from behind, and he's in our full Star Wars flight suit, maybe new, but then he comes up and you realize that he's in front of hangar doors, right? And then the hangar doors just open, and there it is. Whatever they're going to give me, I expect pornographic levels of excitement. I want my blood pumping into my nether regions. When I see that ship, whatever it is, if it's an X-wing, okay. And he just comes up, and maybe he walks up and he puts his hand. The cockpit's open. He puts his hand and he starts getting up that ladder, the rebel ladder, and he turns and maybe breaks the fourth wall, and looks right at the camera and winks, and that's it. Starfighter.
Star Wars.
Come on,
Starfighter.
dude. That's what I want. And then if they start playing some Kenny Loggins, or they just play the beginning of the Top Gun music, I mean, I don't care. Highway to the Day, but do the Star Wars version of it. Like, get John Williams to come back and compose
with Kenny Loggins singing right beside him as John Williams.
I want that. Just give it to me, and that's the trailer. That's it. But that's what I got to get that. I got it because it is called Starfighter.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I mean, and look at the beginning of Top Gun Maverick. He flies that sexy new, it crashes, but he flies that new jet. And you do have the, what is it, F-22s or the F-18s or whatever.
F-14s at the end.
But then you get to the F-14.
Yeah, you get to the F-14 at the end.
And, everybody will be waiting. Like, there's no more ships, whatever. He's cut off and he finds an X-Wing. Who's not going to love that?
All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? That they've put out the first image because they are actually on set now. They are filming this movie, Star Wars Starfighter. And what are your expectations? What do you think about the image? Again, I think the image itself is a whole lot of nothing, but it's what the image represents that has me kind of excited. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.